Welcome to the CUTA Virtual Conference 2020. Today is the presentation for the Virtual Transit Show, and it's a walkthrough to help any individuals or companies that are interested in presenting at the Transit Show. And hopefully this presentation will provide you with all of the information that's needed, but please feel free to contact us should you have further questions following this presentation. And next page, the agenda. So basically, my name is Luc Vincent. I'm the Director of Events and Industry Programs at CUTA, and with me helping me out today will be Keith Jarvis, and he's the whiz-kiz coming up from communications, and hopefully will provide you with as much information as possible. Housekeeping, basically, usually during a presentation, if you've got any questions, just basically raise your hand, and Keith will be able to open your mic or just send a chat to us. For the CUTA Virtual Conference 2020, I go through all the steps, what's happening. Easy Virtual Fair is the platform that we're using for the actual transit show, and we'll have a bunch of information about that. Following that, there's FAQs that's attached to our website, as well as helpful tools such as 12 steps to exhibiting and unique selling points, and those usually are just key points to help you garner more traffic to your booth. And then following this usually is a Q&A presentation, which will not happen at this time. So the conference itself is from November 16th to the 19th. We've reserved the 17th for the transit show as a day only. So there's 3 days for the conference, 1 day for the transit show. It's $350 for the conference registration, which is quite affordable for most companies. So you can send more than one person should you want to. It's a great time, because it's virtual, to have different individuals from your company to attend should you want to. The main topics that will be discussed during the conference itself will be funding and financing for the transit systems. We've got health and safety, zero emission technology. We've got the future of rail, diversity and inclusion, technology shaping, and of course, planning our cities for the future. So those topics will be peppered throughout the 3 days of the conference. Next slide. So when you get into the actual site of the conference, it'll be an exhibit hall, and when you press on the exhibit hall, this is the landing page, and it lands itself very beautifully to have all kinds of sponsors. So you can see we'll be working with our all the different level of sponsorship. If you're interested in sponsorship as a company, please look at our package that we have on our website at CUTA. There's different levels, and depending on the level, of course, you'll have a placement on this map. Following that, you'll go into the actual exhibit hall, which will have different floors. And the next slide will show you a bird's eye view of the actual what one of the floors will look like. And as you can see, there's for advertising, if you look on the left-hand side, you've got Century 21. This is where your logo will be, so people can actually see from above where you're located on the actual transit floor. And don't forget, there's different levels, so depending on how many companies we have, we'll have as many possible levels needed. Here you see on the right-hand side a smaller booth, on the left a medium booth, and in the middle the large booth. So it gives you an indication of what the size of booth will look like prior to actually getting into your booth. So if someone's interested to go to your booth, they will then just click on one of the booths, and this is the next step that you would see. And Keith, you take it away.
Hey everyone, so here is a breakdown of the booth details. So we have a small, medium, and large booth, and you saw in the previous slide what that's going to get you from bird's eye view when people arrive into the trade show. So you get your company information, logo display, you'll be able to display banners and posters. There's a video display as well, whether you want to attach a video about your company or a project you're working on. You'll have downloadable brochures, which are considered PDFs. You can have social media links. And the difference when picking between booths, other than the obvious size, is you get 2 chat accounts for the small, 5 for the medium, 10 for the large. And those in the medium and the large have access to the attendee list pre-event. But everyone will have access to the list of attendees who visited your booth. And the medium and large booth will have the ability to do video conferencing. So moving on, so this is an example. I'm just going to run through a couple examples of what these booths look like once the user navigates their way to your booth. So this is a small booth. As you see here, there's some available space for whether that's video, logos, posters, social media links as well. This is an example of a medium booth. It's just a little bit bigger, more room for different stuff to advertise. And this is a large booth, much larger. You have room for your logos and all that. And this is what people will see when they arrive to your booth. You'll also, not displayed here, have a 3D avatar, and you'll be able to choose one, and I'll touch on that later. So this is, pardon me for the blurry image, but this is what people will see when they arrive at a booth. So you see they'll have the ability to look at the company profile. You can send them a message in a mailbox. If you have offers for a certain product, you'll be able to have them here. People can come and book a meeting and take a look at your social networking. And on the back end, like if someone were to visit your booth, you can see here in the example, Miguel Fernandez, I send him a private chat, see his public profile, or you can download his CV. This is what the back end is going to look like. And what we really cared about was having a very easy navigational experience for the exhibitor. So you actually be able to log on here and fill out all your information, include company logo. This is where the contact information for the different people will be. They'll be able to pop down. Social media, company profile, along with some more information. When it comes to your banners and posters, they're very clear of what they need. They'll be able to upload them. Depending on the booth size, you'll have a different amount of banners and posters. This is where you'll be able to pick the design of your booth. So as I mentioned earlier, there's actually a variety of different types of booths. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you all of them right now, but if you do sign up, you'll be able to pick one. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll be able to pick one of our 3D hosts. This is the brochure slash downloadable files that people can have on your booth, whether that's a handout or information. And this is where you'll be able to upload the videos that we talked about previously as well, about your company or about a project you're working on for people to see. This would be the mailbox of stuff that people send you, along with just some account options and a chat as well. You'll be able to chat with people. As I mentioned, there's different chat accounts for the different sizes, webcasts as well, and your offers.
Thank you, Keith. Yeah, there's great examples right there for how to go about. This is what CUTA is putting their best foot forward here. What we're trying to do is ensure that everyone comes on top. So we've ensured that there's no concurrent sessions going on because we wanted to have everybody go to the transit show itself. We are directing traffic through gamification. So anybody that's on the conference, in order to get points or prizes, they'll need to get into the transit show. And we're trying to see how many people can actually visit different booths. And the more you visit, the more, of course, points you'll get. So we're trying to direct traffic that way. Also, if people want to attend just a transit show, there's a $50 cost, which is great. So that way, it's much cheaper for people to attend the transit show itself rather than the full conference. So we've got two different sets of prices here, depending on the company and what they want to achieve. We're going to have a very robust marketing to the transit system to ensure that they all attend, because we want to have as many people as possible. So we'll be doing that. Also, we're using dollars from the members, business members fund to ensure that we drive more business than usual, because this is a very different type of environment, and we want it to be successful for you and for us. So basically, like I said, on our website, you'll have the FAQs. You've got the two other tools that we have. And usually I would take questions and answers after this. But if you have any, please feel free to reach us through our conference at CUTA.ca for any questions, or you can directly to me or Jonah if you have anything that you need to know. We'll post FAQs that we've had from previous sessions, and hopefully these will be helpful as well for you. We hope that you'll have a great transit show, and we're looking forward to seeing you on November 17th. Thank you.